Best of r/Tales from Retail episode 103. Subscribe for edit videos daily. My first post here, so I'm not sure if I'll do this right. I just got home from a shift I wasn't scheduled to work, but that's an irrelevant detail. One customer paid me in exact change, and I'm assuming over the course of the shift, I was told to keep the change a few times. When that happens, at least in my store, cashiers are supposed to take the change out and keep it for themselves, per the manager, in order to keep our tills balanced. Flash forward to a few minutes ago, I got home and was taking things out of my pockets, and put the loose change down on my dresser, and I noticed a few odd shapes. Upon closer inspection, I had 4 British coins in my pocket. I have no idea how this happened, or how I didn't notice. But on the bright side, I now have 66 pence to spend if I ever go to England. At least until Queen Elizabeth dies. Thank you. Next. I currently work at a retail store that sells food. So we have been getting a lot of orders and everyone is stressed. Well, our store allows people to put notes next to whatever you are ordering for delivery. Most of these messages are nitpicks or telling us how to pick something out. It was a couple days ago and my co-worker is still gushing about it. She got a sweetheart of a customer. Even when she messed up the delivery, the customer was just sweet as could be. My co-worker got the order and at first was a bit worried when each and every single object on the list had a note attached. However, upon reading the notes as she went to get each object, there was uplifting messages and jokes. She told me a couple just said thank you for looking for me, but others said you are excellent, or hope your day is as colorful in a good way like these eggs. However, her favorite was the message with the chicken. Please try to find one that looks good, but if there are none left, the zombies have come. Protect your brains and your health. My co-worker found the items and was texting the customer during this. To which, she not only joked back and was sending sweet texts, but was really thankful. That said, she did get one negative comment, which was when she delivered it to the wrong place and it wasn't even negative. The customer said, I don't see it anywhere. My place is hard to find. And proceeded to tell her where her place was. My co-worker went back to fix the delivery and she laughs at this. The person who ordered it was wearing these bunny PJs looking so cute. And yes, they were 6 feet apart. She saw her from down the hallway. Funny thing, my co-worker thanked the customer for giving her all those messages and the customer just said I had fun writing them and I wanted to make the day of whoever was helping me, as I am thankful for any help. I want a customer like that. We are all waiting for the next order from the bunny. Thank you. Next. I posted this earlier, but it was deleted. I'm not sure why, as this doesn't break any rules. Anyways, I work at a large hardware retail giant. I was throwing recycling into a big bin when a middle-aged lady out of the blue points at me and says, "Hey sir, how do I take a picture?" She continues talking on the phone with her female acquaintance. The person she was talking to wasn't saved as a contact. I notice she is standing in the aisle with the face masks and full face respirators that use 2 cartridges, which we have an extreme shortage of. Besides the point though. I'm sorry, what's that? How do I take a picture on my phone? I take a moment to process what's going on. Alright, click the. I'm interrupted by them talking on the phone. Okay, what now? Click the home button. She seems confused, but after a few seconds clicks the big oval shaped home button at the bottom of her phone. What next? Click the camera app. Okay, what now? Tap the. Interrupted by their phone conversation again. I wait for a quiet moment. Finally, I get to finish saying tap the photo button. She taps the menu option that says photo. No, the big round button at the bottom. She almost clicks the home button but corrects herself and taps the shutter button. Okay, I want to send it to her. What do I take a picture of? What should I take a picture of? If I'm understanding you correctly, you'll want to take a picture of what it looks like and what the text says on the package. How do I do that? Take a photo of what the package looks like, then move your phone close to the text and take a picture of. Cut off again by their phone conversation. In the midst of their quarrel, I catch the lady say, "Don't worry, I'll figure it out. This guy is a computer genius. I'm a programming major, thanks." Alright, how do I send the message? Open your message app. Now what? Click the plus button. Where? In the bottom left corner. Great, now, tap the 2 photos. What do you mean tap them? Click them. Click the 2 photos. Okay, great. Now hit send. The message does not send. The lady on the other end of their phone conversation now starts to remark how she didn't get them. So I have her check to see if she sent them to the right person. She did, and then had her close the app, reopen, and try to send the photos again, with just as much difficulty as before. The photos still don't send. I then notice a little message popped up when she tried to send them stating cannot send photos now, service too low. The store I work at is basically just a glorified concrete slab with walls, so the service sucks. Yet, she was still able to have her phone conversation. I tell her just that, and she thanks me and walks off with the 2 masks. I tell her to have a nice day and think I'm off the hook. Wrong. Hey sir, do you think my son would like these? I'm not sure, mom. He does a lot of painting and outside work. I pick up the package again, flip it over, and read the fine print. Good for blah blah blah, not good for blah blah, and not good for painting and insecticide spraying. I would assume it's still better than nothing? Maybe, I'm not sure. Does it come with the filters that you put on the mask? Yes, the box says here it has the mask and the 2 cartridges. The picture on the package has the mask and cartridges on it. Well, I don't see them in there yet because they're wrapped up. They're right here in this big bulge in the packaging. Oh, okay. Thank you, she says as she walks away with one of the 2 masks, finally relieving me. I recited what just happened to my managers. Had a good laugh and joked about how the order in which she asked me all the questions seemed backwards to say the least. Thank you. Next. Mandatory backstory. I own a retail gun shop and we have been declared an essential business, so we are open. We have been insanely busy and our phones are constantly ringing with questions about stock levels, pricing and everything else you can imagine. Tuesday we had the maximum 10 people in the showroom and the phones of course were ringing off the hook. I take a call. Redacted. How can I help you? Slight pause. Are you guys open? Without missing a beat. Nope. I'm just answering the phone for fun. Hesitant. Seriously? No, just messing with you. What can I help you with? Fortunately the caller had a good sense of humor and my employees and customers who heard my response all had a good laugh. Thank you. Next. Welcome to r/Tales from Retail's Express Lane, your quick stop for news about the current pandemic and how things are going with your store, your customers and yourselves. Please remember all rules regarding anonymity and derogatory speech. All comments will be sorted by new. Thank you. Next. I used to work in a tech store. Generally we would just sell computers, phones and accessories, but we also offered a repair service. One day a man came in with his laptop. He wasn't sure why it stopped working. I would like us to diagnose what was going on. Easy enough. From a quick glance it seems to be either the operating system or the hard drive. I tell him I can take the laptop into the back and have one of my colleagues work on it, discover which it was and repair the issue. He seemed pleased with us but less pleased with the fact that it could take 5 to 7 working days. Particularly busy because of all of the schools and colleges were getting additional funding for new computers and laptops. A lot of them were coming in taking up loads of our time. Nevertheless he agreed and signed the paperwork necessary for us to accept his laptop into the back. He then left with the laptop. I attempt to stop him but as he was so busy I wasn't able to get him in time. I then immediately tried to phone him on the mobile number he provided. The number did not work. I then sent him an email, the only other type of contact he had given us. Fast forward a week with no reply / no contact from him, and he returned to the store, no laptop in hand. He then began demanding to know where his laptop was, and when I explained that we did not have the laptop because he did not leave it with us, he then started screaming at us because we had stolen his laptop. He even called the police. My manager and I were quite happy to stand there smirking at him whilst waiting for them to arrive. When they did we simply showed them the footage from last week of him walking out with his laptop. He then again started screaming at us for framing him, and he was then promptly frog marched out of the store by the police. On our system tickets for repairs can only be closed once you have a confirmation signature from the customer. Thus we never got his closing signature. To this day that ticket is still open in the store. This was 5 years ago. Thank you. Next. I work at a small chain of high-end grocery stores on the east coast of the US. We currently have the policy of wiping down every register after every single customer due to everything. Yesterday evening a lady, known as Stupid Lady from now on, walks up to the register I was cleaning and throws 2 bags of groceries onto the belt and stares me and the cashier down. She says she couldn't pay at self-checkout because it doesn't take cash and she needs items run. Without thinking, I help the cashier unbag Stupid Lady's groceries just enough to reach the barcodes on things. Stupid Lady, excuse me, you have been cleaning and now you're touching my groceries. I need to sanitize my groceries. Me, mom, my hands are covered in cleaner too. Stupid Lady, no, I need gloves and I need to wipe down my groceries. So I find her some gloves and she puts them on, picks her germy cash back up, touches the filthy F terminal, then takes the same bottle of cleaner that I have been holding and wipes down her bag of bananas and her styrofoam egg carton. She finishes disinfecting her items. She places them in a random unsanitized hand basket that is sitting on the floor. She then demands new plastic bags for her items. Stupid Lady then leaves, still wearing the gloves she has now contaminated, and on the way out makes a condescending comment to me about how she appreciates me cleaning, but I can't touch her things.